Good morning, everyone. Today, topic for lecture is pit and fissure sealants. Starting with the introduction part, uh, to go through this topic, we will first go through some terminologies, definitions that comes throughout the lecture. Like pit, it can be defined as a small spit pinpoint depressions that is located at the junction of developmental groups or at terminals of those groups. Fissures, it can be defined as a deep clefts between adjoining cusps. They provide areas for retentions of carries producing agents. And as a whole, pit and fissure can be described as a material that is introduced into the occlusal pit and fissure of caries susceptible teeth, thus forming a micromechanically bonded protective layer, cutting access of caries producing bacteria from the source of nutrients. Now coming to the mechanism, or we can say how they work, like how they work, sealants mechanism is there. It keeps the substance out of pits, fissures and grooves. It creates an anaerobic environment that helps in elimination of aerobic bacteria and other decaying matter that resides in the area of the tooth. Coming up to the microflora of the pit and fissures, it constitute of different species of streptococci, like cocci constitute 75 to 95% of microorganism. Streptococcus sanguis, that is, it is in predominant. It's viable microorganism. S. mutans and lactobacilli, that's it is found generally low in newly formed plaques that occurs in fissures. Now, and it increases by the progression of time. And different species like fusiforms, spirally and spirochetes are absent. Coming up to the classification of the sealant, that is based on the generations. The first generation based on it is in this polymerized sealants are polymerized by UV light, ultraviolet light at a wavelength of 356 nanometer, and that is disadvantages are like excessive absorption and incomplete polymerization of sealant at its depth, and it gives variable output intensity, and output is also not uniform. It also comes in a disadvantage. Second base generation is like self-curing resins. It is based on catalyst that acts as accelerator system. It is mostly unfilled, may be transparent, tinted or opaque by inclusion of white pigment or a tint. It is done for better visualization. Third generation sealants like light cured by visible light at wavelength of 430 nanometer to 490 nanometer. It may be classified as a filled, unfilled, and with or without tint or opaque. Most of the unfilled resins are colored white. Filled resins are either clear, yellowish, white or tan. It has an advantage like it performs better than self-cure resins. Fourth generation sealants are those who are incorporated with the fluorides, that contains fluorides. Fluorides incorporations in fissure sealants. It forms a soluble salt. It releases slow releasing fluoride for extended period of 24 hours to 30 days. It forms organic fluoride compound that is chemically bound to resins. An ion from saliva diffused into resin exchange with fluoride ion, which then is diffused out and is released. Now classification based on the filler contents, like unfilled, that is free from fillers. It flows better. Retention is very much or very good. It abrates rapidly. Filled, it needs for occlusal adjustment, or we can say that it is indicated in occlusal. More resistant to wear. Based on translucency, it's clear. It is maximum given aesthetic concern indications, but difficult to detect as recall examination. It is disadvantage. Better flow than tinted or opaque, it is advantage. More easily appreciated by the patient. Second is tinted or opaque. It can be easily identified, like it has given a color, easy to see during placement, easy to use during recall checkup. It's all comes under advantage. Now, categorize based on curing. It's auto polymerizing. That is, it gives a better retention. That is 88%, and it's set by exothermic reaction. Second is light cure. That is, it gives 75% retention. What are the different materials that are used in Pitten Fisher salads? Like cyanoacrylates. It polymerizes to hard but brittle polymers. Disadvantage like bond to an edge enamel is poor. Material stickens to skin. The durability is very poor in concern to mechanical, biodegradable. Hydrolysis of cyanoacrylates to toxic materials are found. Recent cyanoacrylates like butyl and isobutyl esters are there. Cyanoacrylates mixed with fluoride containing fillers are also available. Polyurethane is also there. Addition of these polyurethanes to enamel is not satisfactory. Many literature doesn't gives good responses. Disadvantages like poor mechanical properties and low oral durability. What are different rationale for use of sealants? It's a safe, effective, and underuse is preventing Pitten Fisher caries or at-risk surfaces. Effectiveness increases by different follow-ups. Benefit increased by placement on high-risk surfaces or surfaces that already exhibit incipient carious lesion. Best evaluation of risk made by experienced clinician. Sealant benefit exists in any tooth with Pitten Fisher. Sealant placement, careful cleaning without removing any enamel. Placement of low viscosity hydrophilic material under sealant, it helps in enhancement of retention and very much effectiveness. Glass reinforcement is shown to be ineffective as Pitten Fisher sealant. One thing there must be point should be there like awareness. New preventive methods are very much effective against Pitten Fisher caries. How we can diagnose this Pitten Fisher? It's based on tactile evaluation with an explore and a visual assessment of the enamel appearance. In clinical examination, that varies from practitioner to practitioner, owing to the size and shape of the explorer tip, the force applied, and the judgment of the examiner. Radiographic evaluation of occlusal surface, it doesn't give very much of very clear picture, or it's of minimal diagnostic value. Indications are risk-based sealant treatment, like possibility of adequate isolation, questionable enamel caries in Pitten Fisher, xerostomia, there is loss of saliva or there is absence of saliva, patient undergoing orthodontic treatment, they having compromised oral health, deep Pitten Fishers. What are the contraindications that we cannot use this sealant? Posterior teeth that have shallow or well coalesced fissures, low caries risk, that is more than of 4 years. Rampant caries, teeth with proximal decay or occlusal caries involving dentin, it's allergy to methacrylate. Semi-rafted teeth. What are the different requirements for occlusal sealants? That should be non-toxic, non-irritating to the tissue. That's very much in favor of tissues, oral tissues. Adhere to the tooth surface as a thin layer and for an extended period of time. The consistency and viscosity permit flow and penetration easily into small areas. Mechanical compressive and tensile properties of the material that should sufficient to withstand the occlusal load, mastication, and can resist the wear. Water absorption should be low, thus resistant to displacement and discoloration by the time. Should be able to seen during application at recall appointment should be there. Low solubility in oral fluids. It should have karyostatic action. Types of occlusal fissures. It is categorized, that is based on the different shapes we found on a tooth surface like V, U, K and inverted Y, and I is also there. You can see the picture, different pictures showing the different pattern features, sealants, shape. What are the techniques that involves in a sealant preparation? First of all, we'll go through the preparation of tooth, followed by the isolation, drying the tooth surfaces, etching of tooth surface, rinsing and drying with the cotton of tooth, placement and polymerization of sealant, and followed by the occlusal where occlusal evaluation that uh, the placement is more or less. Tooth preparation, it's the cleaning of enamel surfaces with pumice and water mixture using rotatory brush. By patient, they can use direct bristle or dry brush at pit and fissure. There is a use of explorer, use of trophy jet, that's air polishing systems, air abrasions, that is composed of alumina, mechanical preparation, uh, providing a proper shaping of a fissure. This is isolation of teeth with the cotton rolls. Rubber dam, we can use etching surfaces. We can cover the tooth with a cotton pallets or brush. It is available in a form of liquid gel, semi gel form. Concentration used is 30 to 40%. That is orthophosphoric acid. We can apply like a gentle dabbing or agitation of solution on enamel surface. Rubbing is contraindicated. Use of DBI, that is dentin bonding agents. It minimizes the bond strength that is normally lost due to the moisture. Sealant should be applied with disposable bristle brush with the help of water polarizing agent, and it should be cured with light cure agent. It should not be used so thick. Finally, the surface wiped off to remove surface film inspection and followed by the inspection of the surface. An occlusal variation should be checked with the articulating papers to find out if there is height or not, overfilled or not. Whatever occlusal interference is there, that should be removed, and that should be screened or evaluated after every 6 months. For the last and the foremost thing is the patient's awareness. The patient should be aware about the sealant and the properties. There are also some recent advancements that are used in etching. That's a use of laser that came for the polymerization, the conditioning. These are my references, following references. Uh, Thank you. If any doubt, students can contact me through email and WhatsApp for a batch that is provided. Thank you.